What's up, guys? One thing I want to touch on before we really get into everything today. YouTube is at it again. Yay. I don't really want to sit here and talk your ear off about please click the bell on the notification screen, because most of the people that have done that are not getting notifications. Once again, I have talked to literally 5 people that I talk to regularly about notifications, and some people are not getting notifications at all. Some people are getting notifications 12 hours later, 2 days later. One person actually got it, immediately. If you will, go ahead and click subscribe, click the bell, or if that's not working, come back and see if there's more videos. Anyway, other than that, let's get into it.
Damn it, boy.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Honda Street Garage. Welcome back to the vlog. It's good to see you. It's a beautiful day. Not really. It's kind of overcast. It's been raining here lately. Yes, I do have clear taillights, and we will get to that in a minute. However, right now I'm here to pick up another valve cover that a subscriber sent me. Thank you very much. I'll put his name on the screen here. And I had Hayes paint it. I told him to surprise me, so I don't know what color it is. So we're gonna go in and find out. Unfortunately, the purple hatch has been sold to our buddy, Miss Independent.
I'm all independent. I can do it by myself.
He needed a car. He gave me a great deal. I was like, why not? Hayes, baby.
When he first did it, he was like, dude,
Okay.
His exact words, he's like, "But Mark, I'm not painting this a different color. I love it. I think it looks too good." And then he was like, "Oh man, now it looks like dump. This thing's fire. Fire. Now it's garbage."
Like your cover, I painted it blue and it just doesn't look blue.
Uh-oh. That's pretty tight.
Your camera.
Yeah, I know. But like, well,
Is it going right now?
it's always going, Deanna. He's not sure, but well, honestly, I think it would look fine if I just used the black one. You know what I mean?
Like look at it like this then. So
Because the other one doesn't cover up.
see it?
Go out to the sun. Let's go out to the sun.
There is no sun.
There is no sun.
It's brighter
see
than
it?
in here.
I see it. I don't know. It does look a little.
It looks different.
It's different.
It's iffy though.
It's iffy. I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's like
It's sick.
it shifts colors really weird. It's like gold, then green, then
Blue and purple.
I mean, it's
my brain doesn't know what to do.
And ain't another one out there.
Like when you turn it, it looks like it wasn't covered in paint in some angles. Like that's what's so weird.
She got like 30 layers of paint on it.
I know, but it's like because I know it's paint, but it just you start to see like a silver in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
But it's cool, is it not?
I like it. I think it's
But
cool.
I just don't know how well it's gonna go with it.
I would say because it shifts so much, it shifts to like a silver, which isn't bad. It's just, it's crazy. I was expecting him to paint it like, now we're inside.
Yeah. You
Right here,
can't
look at
buy
it
them
right here.
together. You have to buy them separate.
That's fine.
You have to
See how
find
gold
what
it
you
is?
like
Yeah,
and
it
make
looks
sure it's the same flavor
different.
for dogs.
And then when,
But
just twist it in the camera.
How do I do that?
Yeah, in the camera, it looks super gold. It looks reflective gold. Keep turning it, like turn it towards, there you go. It doesn't look green at all in the camera, I don't
It's only
think.
green
But I
on
just
camera.
don't know how.
No, it's only gold in the camera. Like, look inside the camera. It looks like it's,
The color you
it looks
wanted
like it's metal gold. I mean,
What color do you think this is, Thomas?
Looks green to me.
It's green. See, it's green to him.
So this is the color of the valve cover, and we're not going to go with this color. Even though it's pretty cool, it's a little different. In person, it comes across as too green, passive looking. Too much pearl in it. But the gold, I think, really looks really good. It's just, I think, with the engine bay being this color, it's too passive. It looks too clear. Anyway, so I've decided on a new color. I've got it right here. I guess we'll save this one for later. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. So here's the valve cover on. Pretty happy with it, looks great. If you could see the flake in it. This is Helion Yellow Pearl from a 2018 Honda Fit Sport. All right, so we're back at the shop. I've got the valve cover installed. Now, of course, a blue and yellow combination is quite classic, but these are kind of a little bit different, subtly. You know, you really can't go wrong with these colors. The reason why I changed the valve cover is because the blue was a little bit too much blue. I think a lot of people knew that kind of going in. And usually a matching valve cover with an engine bay looks really great, especially on a B series. I guess on a K series with the color this dark, it really just kind of needs some sort of variation. All right, so you guys have seen that I have clear taillights. If you've seen my Instagram post, you're well aware. I tried to put a picture up of black and white, and everybody kind of caught it immediately. The reason why I got them is because I wanted to go with a monochrome look. So basically on the outside of the car, it is just about black and white, period. There's gonna be hardly any color on the outside of the car. And then when you pop the engine bay, bam, there's all the color, as well as the interior. Now, as far as clear taillights go, it's kind of a murky subject. So the thing is I've always really liked clear taillights. A lot of people might say, oh, those are ricey. Clear taillights were around long before Fast and the Furious. In the Fast and the Furious, as we've all probably seen, there's a 4-car race, and one of those cars is a white EG Coupe, EJ1, with Altezza taillights. Why was there such thing as Altezza taillights that were super popular, and then why were clear taillights out there? If you don't know what Altezzas are, they're the clear with the red circles on the inside. The reason why Altezza lights came onto the market is because the clear taillights are basically not street legal at all. Back then, you would be noticed immediately by cops and officers. You get ticketed quite easily because we didn't really have LED technology back then, but I was really into clear taillights back in 98, 99. It was really like just the cleanest thing on a white car. As a matter of fact, back in, I think in 99, 2000, I had a 4-door white Accord EX and it had clear lights all around. Of course, got a ticket, had to swap the rear taillights for Altezzas, which I eventually went back to stock taillights because it became ricey. So all these lights were basically made in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then they were just gone. They kind of fell off the map, mostly because the Altezzas were the new thing at the time, as well as Altezzas were street legal. But I think on this car, it really kind of fits. I may not keep them forever, but for now, I really dig them. So big thanks to Austin. I'm gonna put his Instagram on the screen right here for hooking me up with the taillights. I got a good deal on them. And really, I'm kind of happy with them. I still need to get some red LEDs and other things like that. What else is going on with the car? There's a few things that need to be done with the car. The car is on the ground. The brakes have been bled. I still have to install new rotors and pads, get in alignment. However, I can't get in alignment until I get proper axles in this thing. They are on the way, thank goodness. Hopefully should be here in the next day or two. Once I get axles in this thing, I should be able to go down the street, get it aligned, and I should be able to finally get it out on the street and really drive it. So what is the story with the axles? Basically, no matter what you do, you need the proper axles, and there really isn't a factory choice for an EG, EF, EK axle. You either need to go with Insane Shafts or Hasport, and there's a few other companies out there that kind of offer axles as well. But basically what it boils down to is that the passenger side axle just isn't long enough, and especially if you have a lowered car, it's going to stress it even more. I definitely plan on changing the wheels. You've probably noticed that the CCWs are for sale. DM me on Instagram if you are interested in them. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about today, if we have time, if you want to stick around and listen to this, transmission fluid for the B Series, D Series, and K Series. Brian from Hasport went live on Facebook today, and there's a clip. I asked a question, and here's the clip.
This is the L15B7, this is K20, and right here we have the new K20C1 Type R motor. We just pulled it out of our new car. We're going to be developing a few mounts for it.
Mark has a question.
Go on, Mark, bud.
Synchromesh versus Honda manual trans fluid. In my experience, Synchromesh is much better overall.
Having only ever run Honda manual transmission fluid, I have no valid opinion. My racing in a series days have been over for a while, so and I've never really had problems shifting, even drag racing. So that's a good question. I would imagine if I went out and flogged it for a while, I might be able to answer that question. But honestly, I don't have an opinion that I would trust.
Now, basically, I'm gonna give my opinion on this, all right? So this is my opinion, doesn't mean it's factual evidence, but I have heard other people suggesting the same thing. There's a lot of people that agree with what I'm about to say, not everybody, but I'm going to give you my opinion. So as far as transmissions go with Hondas, whether it's DB or K series transmissions, H and F series transmissions, what oil do you run? What fluid do you run? Some people like to just run regular 10W30 oil. Some people really prefer Honda manual transmission fluid. Other people like myself prefer synchro mesh. Then one of the most famous things about Honda transmission is a grinding third gear or having issues in general. And there are already reports about Type Rs having issues with second gear. I really think that it boils down to a couple of factors that most people aren't aware of. Number one, I believe that synchro mesh is the superior fluid for your transmission. I'm sure there's all kinds of chemical reasons why it's better, but in my experience, it just feels better. I had a B series Type R transmission in the DA that I had not too long ago, and I put Honda manual transmission fluid in, and the transmission just kept having little quirks and issues here and there. It wasn't necessarily bad, but it didn't feel good, if that makes any sense. And it just felt notchy. It felt like you could feel every little thing moving every time I moved the shifter or shifted into a gear. Once I switched to synchro mesh, the transmission became a whole another animal. I will forever stand behind synchro mesh being the fluid of choice for transmissions. Another issue that a lot of 8th gen and 9th gen Civics have is the master cylinder and the slave cylinders really aren't up to par. And I've talked to quite a few people that have had issues with the master cylinder and the slave cylinders. I think the best ones to get really for a slave cylinder on the K series is an O2 RSX slave cylinder because it doesn't have a little diaphragm. I think K-Tune sells one, as a matter of fact. All I know is that as far as K series transmissions are concerned in the 8th gen Civics and up, there's been a lot of issues with the master cylinder and the slave cylinders on the clutch. And so that's another thing to look at, especially if your car has high mileage. Let's be honest, there's quite a few people out there that are quite aggressive at shifting, and I personally don't like to shift fast. I like to clutch fast and shift a little slow. That's my theory. Protect your transmission. I believe it's better to eat up clutches than eat up transmissions. That's my personal feeling. Another thing to keep in mind is when you're slamming the gears with, popping the clutch in and out when shifting, that can cause a lot of damage over time too. And there's a couple other tricks out there. I'm sure that it's all over YouTube. Go with some synchro mesh. I guarantee you will not regret it. It's a yellow bottle. It's made by GM. I've shown it on the channel before. It's a great product. I highly suggest it. Honda manual transmission fluid. It's very thin. I just feel like it's not quite up to par with the way that people abuse the transmissions. I think it's perfectly fine if you're an everyday driver and you're not abusing the transmissions. However, I think if you're doing a lot of hard shifting, a lot of aggressive driving, synchro mesh is definitely an upgrade as far as fluid is concerned. And there might be other products out there. I mostly drive my cars on the street, and I believe that it's one of the best products you can use. Anyway, so you guys can go ahead and hit the comment section. Tell me if my taillights are ricey or if it's a stupid color combo to have a yellow valve cover. I like it, I dig it. I'm just so excited to get this car on the road. I think I'm gonna do a recap in December of the whole year because it has been a crazy year. Anyway guys, so we're gonna end the video. I know it was a lot of talking. It's kind of cold outside. I'm waiting for some parts to show up this week. Thank you guys so much again for watching. Thank you for all the support that you've given me. Click like if you like this video, click subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you in the next video. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. Peace out and keep on living your dreams.